Why hello, 7th grade. This is lesson 13. Our objective for today is how do you solve problems about equal groups? So equal groups are kind of equations that are dealing with multiplication. That's where we're dealing with a number of groups, like there's 7 groups or something, and there's the same number in each group. So if you take the number of groups and you multiply it by how many is in each group, and that will give you the total amount. We kind of just abbreviate that n, meaning the number of groups, times g, the number in each group, is equal to t. So here's a little example that Juanita packed 25 marbles in each box. If she filled 32 boxes, how many marbles did she pack in all? So let's just see here. 25 marbles in each box. That is the number in each group, or that g. And then it says if she filled 25 boxes. So that's the number, that's the n. And then what we're looking for is how many did she pack? How many did she pack in all? That's the total. That's that t. So I'm going to say 32. Get the right pen here. 32 times 25 is equal to t. Then you need to multiply 32 times 25, and you get 800 is the total. So since it said how many marbles, I would say 800 marbles. Let's try a couple more, 3 more to be precise. It says Beverly bought 2 dozen juice boxes for 32 cents each. How much did she pay for all the juice boxes? Okay, so let's go ahead and work this one out in blue. So you'll know, I'm going down here. 2 dozen, remember 1 dozen is 12, so 2 dozen is going to be 24. So I have there's 24, that's the number of groups, multiplied by the number in each group, or in this case, how much it costs for each. This is going to be 0.32. And then it says how much did she pay, so it's wanting the total. So we just need to multiply that 24 times the 0.32. If we want to do that by hand here, 24 times 0.32. It's going to give me 8, 4, 0. It's going to give me 12. Carry the 1, 6, 7. 8, 6, 7. Since I have 2 decimal places here, I come over 2. So I would say it cost $7.68. If you look at the instructions there in your book, it does also say to include your equation that you use, so that's right there. Let's look at the part B here. It says workers in the orchard planted 375 trees. There were 25 trees in each row they planted. How many rows of trees did the workers plant? So this is a little bit different because the 375 trees is the total. And it says that there were 25 trees in each row. So this is that how many were in each group. Now it wants to know how many of rows. So for part B here, I'm going to say n times 25. That's a number in each group. It's going to equal to 375 because that's our total. And again, we're looking here for this n, how many rows there were. And so the opposite of multiplying, because n is being multiplied by 25, the opposite of multiplying is going to be to divide. So I'm going to need to divide this side by 25 and divide this side by 25. Now, maybe if you remember back, if I took 25 and divide it by 25, you'll just get 1. Right? If I had $25 and if I had 25 students, each one would get $1. So this 25 over 25 is actually just a big 1. And then you can also remember that if I took any number, say n, and I multiply it by 1, it's just going to give you back to the same number, n. So like say 3 times 1 is just equal to 3. So on this left-hand side, I have this number n, I don't know what it is yet, times 25 divided by 25 is 1. So I just have n on this left-hand side is equal to, well, let's figure that out, 375 divided by 25. 25 goes into 37 one time. I subtract, I get 2. Bring down the 5. So let's see, 25 goes into 100 4 times, and there's another 25 there, so it's going to be 5 times. 5 times 25 is 125. So then n is going to equal that 15. So then what I would say is that there are 15 rows of trees. Okay, let's see if I can squeeze this part C on here. Every day, Arnold did the same number of push-ups. If he did 1,225 push-ups in 1 week, remember 1 week is going to be 7 days, then how many push-ups did he do each day? So again, this is giving us here the total, right, at the end of 7 days. So this tells us the number. This is going to be my n, and it's wanting to know the g. How many push-ups did he do, right, in each group? So for part C, I'm going to say 7 times g, the number in each group, gives me a total of 1,225. So do something similar that we did here in part B. I'm going to divide by 7. This 7 and that 7 become a 1. 1 times g is just g. Then I just need to divide that 1,225 by 7. It goes in that 1 time. Get 5. And bring down the 2. Goes in that 7 times. 49. 3. Bring down the 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 0. So that group is 175. So over here I'd say 175 push-ups each day. If you haven't noticed it already, your homework is over here on the side. You can start on page 90, do all of them lesson 13, all of them lesson 12, and then 14 more of your choice.